Hello. So, about 2 weeks ago, I finally could sleep, and I was without a full night's sleep since at least June or July of last year. I am not sure, but it had been a real long time. And I know what you guys think about all this self-diagnose thing. No, I also feel like that about this whole thing, but when you show the exact same symptoms of something extremely serious that can arise from the same thing that caused the demise of a YouTuber called Ricard that document his entire demise in video, you start to question if you have the same thing because you literally have all the same symptoms. I just could not sleep. I actually thought I have developed fatal insomnia. Uh, how can I explain it? He got it by taking dangerous medication that was known to cause very serious consequences. I was going to a psychiatrist, and he had a very bad habit of never listening to me and only prescribing very dangerous medications as well. So I just would just listen to him and take the medications, and I would never sleep. I have been struggling with insomnia since I was a little kid, at least 10 years old or something like that. But since June last year, it was just impossible to sleep. And I don't mean in a sense that was sleeping very little, I mean it was literally impossible to sleep. And what terrified me is that by the time that this was happening, I was already familiar with this YouTuber called Record that recorded his entire demise on YouTube. And several YouTubers have documented his case. Scary Theater did it, Eudoxia Mysteries, Nick Crawler recently. I highly recommend watching their videos. They are all good in their own aspects. And why did I think I had that? Simply because of the exact same symptoms and because we took very dangerous medications. Every time I was about to lose my consciousness and drift off to sleep, I would be choked awake. The closest, let me think, the closest description I can give of what I was going through when I was choked awake was like was being electrocuted, no, giving, was being given electric shocks, to be honest. And I'll show you right now what it felt like when I was jolted awake. Keep in mind that it's not me, it's Ricard's video. Keep in mind that what you're gonna see right now is approximately how I used to wake up when I was about to sleep, but in my case it was even worse. The awakenings were even more violent and more sudden. It really felt like electric shocks on me. There's no way to describe it. And the descriptions that Nick Crowley provides here is the description that Rickard had provided in his case, and it's exactly what I felt when I wake up, when I try to sleep again, and hours after I woke up, and it would be an extremely overwhelming sense of paranoia on top of that. So it was it was hell. I was in denial the whole time that I could have this. So it was a really terrifying experience. I did not know what to do. I really did not know. I was scared to death. That's exactly how it felt. Every single word. It's like I was in free fall. It's like I was being electrocuted. This is exactly how I would wake up. Sometimes even worse than that. And if I ever fell asleep, it would not be. Man, I don't recall a single time that was more than like 20-25 minutes at maximum. That's how much I was sleeping per day, in different at different times of the day, but every time I was about to drift off to definite sleep, that's how I would wake up. You understand? Okay. So I was really going insane from June to the last 2 weeks until I had some extreme relief when I finally could drift off to sleep. And while this was happening and being jolted awake, I was not really fully dreaming, but I would get stuck in the extreme nightmares, just like Rickard. And at that time, I was in complete panic because I was thinking I had the same thing this dude had. He he contracted by taking medication and was taking heavy medication at the time. I was having trouble sleeping. I was being jolted awake the same way as him. I was having the same exact uh, body sensations when wake up. The nightmares were the same. There were I there were days that I spent laying in my bed trying to just no man, I just could not even get out of bed. And I am pretty sure that a lot of people since June last year have noticed that my behavior has changed drastically to worse. And I mean, really changed. I was behaving erratically. I didn't know if I was awake anymore, if I was in some kind of weird sleep, hypnosis. I don't know. It was a really scary experience being awake for so long. I mean, insomnia is not something new for me. I've been struggling with it my whole life, but it had never come to that level of, seriousness of simply being able to sleep. The maximum that could happen was, going 2 3 days without sleeping or just sleeping very little, but nothing of this level, not even close. And when it started to happen, I started to panic. I I was really contemplating every day on subscribing from life, if you understand what I mean, because I would rather do that than wait for my body to just shut down. And before it shut down, I'll go into complete insane mode because I would not have contact with reality anymore. So that's what was going through my head till about 2 weeks ago, when I started to get my first nights of sleep, and it has been such a relief, such a relief. And every time that I fall asleep now, I don't care anymore. I sleep as much as I can. I literally have to force. stay in my bed just for the sake of it. I have to get to sleep. I don't know if I sleep the next time or how long, and things like that. So every time I sleep, I try to make the best out of it, even if I get stuck in extreme nightmares as it always happens. I know that Insomnia is not getting away anytime soon. This is on one more restless night. It's already 3 in the morning. I still did not sleep. I woke up early. I took triple dose of my medication that I used to sleep, and I'm still awake. So yeah, it's still happening. But at least now I can get some relief most of the time. You know? So yeah, I'm glad, man. So glad that now I can get some really deserved sleep after so long. And when I was going through all that, that Rickard was going through, it was, I don't even have words to describe. I was losing contact with reality. My behavior completely changed. I was not the same anymore with my friends. Uh, was a complete nightmare waking up. It was just, I don't know how to describe. It was really scarce feelings. I know I'll have insomnia for the rest of my life, but at least it's not what took the life of this guy. I feel very sorry for him, and I was as desperate as him some weeks ago. I was willing to do anything to sleep, like anything. I was begging to go to a hospital and just, I don't know, making anything possible to go, I don't know, receive general anesthesia just to see if it could get me to sleep once and for all, because I just wanted to sleep. I need rest. I just could not even put sentences together anymore. It would take ages for me to remember anything, if I could remember, type, anyway, do anything. So I have no words to describe the amount of relief that I'm feeling right now, being able to sleep at least semi-regularly now. I used to care a lot about waking up very early in the morning if I could sleep. If I woke up like, I don't know, 7 in the morning, I would be really mad, like I lost my entire day. But that's not the case anymore. I don't know. I don't care if I wake up like 5 in the afternoon now, because all that matters now is that I just want to sleep after so long with this insomnia. And I'm so glad that now I can just sleep sometimes. I mean, most of the time. And not going through that nightmare anymore. And my god, I feel sorry for that guy. He had all his pleads for help ignored. If you know someone that is having trouble going through that kind of stuff, sleeping, help them please, because they could very well be having the same case as that guy. Because I really thought that I had that what he had, and it scared the crap out of me, because I was 100% having all his symptoms from top to bottom. Every single checkbox was marked. So I can't even put towards the relief I feel. It feels unreal that sometimes I feel like I feel asleep and I go into sleep, because before I was almost passing out, you know. but I would lay in my bed for hours and never go to sleep ever. And I would just keep going, getting put awake like Ricard. It was really painful. I have to admit, it was really painful. It was scary. The nightmares were very scary. I could not breathe. My body was in complete shock when I was shot awake. Like I said, it felt like I was in free fall and weird sensations that I really can't put into words. I wish I could describe so you guys can understand, but unfortunately, I cannot describe. I can't really find words. But my relief is I don't have words for that kind of relief. I'm just relieved now that I can sleep and that my insomnia has at least been, you know, it won't be going anywhere, but at least it's not that kind of insomnia. And I'm glad for it. I hope it does not come back in the future. I really hope. Yeah, that's it, man. I was really scared for my life. Was really thinking about going forward and just going away. Understand what I mean? I can just sleep now most of the time. It's a relief, man. It's a relief. Most people that don't have insomnia for as long as I have, or serious as case as serious as mine, you'll never really understand what the kind of relief that is getting a night of sleep, honestly. So yeah, guys, just enjoy your nights of sleep as maximum as you can, right? Because a lot of people cannot do that. And I for one thought I was going to never sleep again. And I would pass out forever from pure exhaustion. Fortunately, it was not that. Sometimes it shows signs of it coming back. I still sometimes wake up that way, but at least it's not persisting, so it's a good sign. Yeah, guys, that's it. I just wanted to, you know, maybe I have this going forward for me right now. At least this. At least this. Yeah, so that's it. That's pretty much it. Rest in peace, record. Rest in peace, man. Alright, guys, see you in the next one. If I have anything to say, I hope that some next time is something good like this. Like I'm not going. Hope it's something good. See you guys around. Bye.
It's time to choose.